The holiday season is the perfect time to start practicing gratitude. It does take some work, but in the end, you will reap all the benefits. We're learning how to stay grateful with the Unqualified Therapists, our friend Amy Baumgardner and Sarah Simone. Thank you both for coming in.
Thanks for having us always.
You guys look so festive and bright. I love this.
We love
Thank you.
Sparkles.
So I know you guys are all about this too. And so what are some of the benefits if we just do a little bit of practice and put some work into this? What are the benefits that we will receive personally from gratitude?
Oh my gosh, so many benefits. So one of my favorite ones though, so there's a lot to address, but one of my favorites is Harvard just did a study recently, and they found that one of the best benefits was that when you practice gratitude in the moment in like a really great memory, say you're having an amazing time with your kids somewhere, and you start to say like, thank you so much for this great time, and just expressing gratitude to them and to your spouse, then you will hold on to that memory longer. And it will become this bright spot in your memories. And I know that we've talked about before how sometimes as the memory keepers, it can be tough and hard to even remember all the things that happened.
The memory keepers and the memory makers.
Yes,
It can be exhausting.
Yes.
You guys kind of get caught up in the stress of it all that
Right.
you sometimes maybe forget to take those moments for yourself.
Yes, but they found that people are happier, that relationships are more successful because you are able to express to one another your thankfulness to one another, but it also, countering that, makes it a little easier to express when you have a frustration too, because you've already expressed so much gratitude to one another that you're okay with saying the other things too.
And even making a gratitude list.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
So when you write it down, it also is another way of remembering the things that you're grateful for. And so writing it down in the morning and at night, 3 things, you can repeat them. It can be different things. It can be big things, small things, anything that you would like to be grateful for that day. It helps you to remember like all the things that you have now that maybe you wished and hoped or prayed for years ago.
Yeah.
So sometimes we get so busy, especially right now during the holidays, that we forget all the things we have that we wanted maybe a year ago, 10 years ago, all the things we hoped and dreamed for that we have now. And then you're like, so it helps you to also stay present.
And in one of your recent episodes, one of you shared something that a nephew does.
Oh yeah.
Yes, my nephew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
So my nephew is just a couple years younger than me, and he and his family, he has all of his kids, the whole family, goes from youngest to oldest, will say their best of the day. So they call it their best, and they sit down and they rate the day from 1 to 5, and then they say their favorite thing that happened that day. And it just helps to change the entire perspective of your day. Because if you have 3 crappy things that happen and you're like, this was the worst day ever, but then you sit down and you really think about the things that you can be grateful for instead, it can really flip the script for you.
And change that day into something more positive.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's such a wonderful thing to do. On that same note, I just saw a video of someone saying that they ask each other who they helped today.
Oh, that's a good
that.
one.
Isn't that a good one?
Yeah.
When I saw that, I thought, oh, that just, when you're asking a child,
Yes.
it changes their mindset to not just think, because kids naturally are very self-involved, as you know. So it's a good way to help them. Can you overdo gratitude practices? Do you feel that can be done? No.
I don't think so. I don't think you can overdo it. I think it's hard to do. And what we talked about on the most recent episode is we talk about these things because we forget them ourselves. And so I don't think you can overdo it, because even if you're in a situation that's not going your way, something did not happen, you know, your travel plans got derailed, the job you wanted you did not get, turning that around into a way of thinking like, you know what, this probably is for the best, and I'm grateful for the situation the way it turned out. So there's lots of different ways to be grateful rather than just even thinking at the end of the day, what is it I'm grateful for?
And sometimes I know it's hard to find those things. So you can think of something, it doesn't have to be these huge life events, but you can say like, I'm really grateful that I have a roof over my head today. I'm really grateful that I had a hot cup of coffee.
I was going to say, what's the thing that Amy's most grateful for every day?
Hot cup of coffee.
Coffee.
Yes.
The first sip in the morning.
Yes.
Right?
Elastic
Folgers commercial.
waistband.
I'm telling you. And if I can have a quiet cup of coffee, I am good.
Yeah.
And I think I asked if we could overdo it because I know we've talked about toxic positivity before.
Right.
And so I didn't know if that fell into that same mindset that we can overdo it in that way, you know?
I don't-
But I think that
I don't think it overshadows if you're sad, you're sad.
Yeah,
You
right,
know, if
exactly.
something is upsetting or you're grieving or you're sad, that's okay too. I think that don't push that away.
Feel your feelings.
Yes, feel your feelings.
And do you feel your absolutely. And so this list that we were talking about, are you guys going to have this available if people want to?
Yes,
Okay, tell me more about this. Oh, and we have this here.
It's right there.
If you go to our website, yes, we created this guide for everybody. So it's about 5 pages long, but that's for like use for as long as you want. You can use this list. It can take you 3 months to fill this out if you want, as sparingly or as much as you want. But it's a PDF on there you can download. It's just on our website. You go in and sign up and grab it.
And what else do you guys have coming up? I know you're always busy, and congratulations again on your
Thank
big
you.
award that I saw you posted about.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're so excited. We're headed to Atlanta this weekend with the I'm Loving Me project, and we are so grateful for
Yes.
that.
Oh, congratulations again. It's always so good to see you
So
both.
good to see you.
I am grateful to have met you this year. You two
likewise.
are
And
wonderful.
right back at you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You can find the Unqualified Therapist on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music. If you're interested in downloading the gratitude list that we just showed you, we're going to have a link on our website at kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. We'll be right back.